Well, hello there, you sweet, flag-bearing toe beans. It's your boy, Them Curvy Toes. Today we are going to be playing Spirit Hunter's Infinite Horde. This is a game that I've been playing on and off for a little while. Another Vampire Survivors style roguelike. When I first got it, I was not a huge fan of it, to be honest. That was pretty much immediately upon it releasing. They have done, I believe, 5 or 6 major content updates since then. And hopping back into it, they are game changers. Certainly, the game is in a much better state now. So please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel to become a member of the Tobean Army, and let me know in the comments below what you thought of today's episode and anything you want to let me know, you sweet toe beans. Without further delay, let's get into the gameplay. So this is the passive upgrade tree. As you can see, it quite honestly gives Path of Exile a run for its money. I have invested some time into this game and unlocked all of these. I'm not going to go over it too much right now because, quite frankly, I don't understand it. But we are going to start our run, and we are going to play as Vivian the Sorceress, and our starting ability is going to be the Orbital Fire. And we are going to be playing in the Highlands on the normal difficulty level. I am still trying to beat this map and unlock the one horn difficulty level. So as you can see here, the animations, the animations themselves are not great, but the sprites, the character models, the environment, very, very pretty. Cleave is one of my favorite abilities in this game. It is a scythe that moves forward, does a ton, or that you can aim in the direction you're moving. Does a ton of damage. I find it great as a boss killer. And each upgrade gives it 7. So there's a lot of nodes around the map. We're going to go with increasing the number of slashes that you have to kind of oh my god, I just choked on my own spit. I'm so sorry. That you have to stay in the area for a certain amount of time, and then it kind of unlocks the nodes. Tell you what, we are going to go with Grand Hex. I don't remember exactly what, oh yeah, it's like a sort of like Santa Water from Vampire Survivors. Taking a bit of damage there, not the end of the world. We can certainly make that up. There are health pickups and that sort of thing around the map. You do pick up, there's 2 different currencies, as you can see in the top, 2 different meta currencies at least, and one in-run currency, which is the gold. The 2 different meta currencies you can see in the top, they're the blue and pink ones. They help you to unlock stuff in the passive tree. So it's always nice to pick those up. I am going to take spears, actually. That puts kind of a random area of effect, pillars of spears, you can see there. And we are going to increase the orbital radius of fire by a bit, so it does a little more work outside of directly next to us. Burn damage by 1, or we're actually going to go for attack size up 10% on cleave. So as I said in the intro, when this game launched, it was in a really, I feel like, rough state. It wasn't inherently bad per se. It was just very clunky, very much not super fun to play. But with the 5 or 6 content updates that they've done, they've added a whole bunch of new abilities and characters, and they have fixed pretty much all of my complaints with the game. The game feels smooth and responsive now, and I just have really been enjoying this since I've started again. Oh, there's another resource node. You can also find pets, which are, hopefully we find one because they're great. Rotation speed by 20%. This is huge on Orbital Fire. This is one of my favorite abilities in the game because if you start getting it going fast enough and stacking enough damage, it can pretty much take care of all the trash mobs, while I rely on some of the heavier hitting abilities, there we go, like Slash to take care of the elites and bosses. But there are pets that offer you kind of passive bonuses and follow you around. They live in cages, around the map, and they're very much like those resource nodes. We're going to increase the AoE by 20%. And here's an enemy that's a bit tankier. That is a chest up there, another resource node. I believe that gives you a bunch of gold. It does have a chance to drop hearts and stuff as well, if I remember correctly. So we're going to hang out in here, get chewed on by some mice a little bit. That is, oh my god. This guy does sword attacks, apparently. Somebody does. Rotation speed by 20%, perfect. And yeah, you can see there we got a bunch of currency, both meta and gold, and then we did get some health back as well. There is, I believe, 3 different maps in the game at this point. And I am really loving the fact that there's different enemies, as far as I can tell, on each map, and the enemy design is very, very cool. I mean, even something as simple as rats, which are just kind of a staple of pretty much every fantasy game ever, look crispy, look cool. You know, they're nothing to write home about, but they get the job done and do it in a very nice fashion, I feel. We're going to take another rotational speed buff. Ooh, I am taking a fair bit of damage there. You can see that that is just spinning around us with a fervor right now, and pretty much all the trash mobs are getting eradicated by that. We're going to take the radius out by 30% as well to keep the trash mobs a little bit away from us. So this chicken, he is a boss, and you can tell that by the blue aura, like blue flaming aura around him. Hey, there we go. I said aura the right way this time. I kept tripping over that a video or two ago. Oh, and these big horny boys are coming for my taint. Let's see here. We are going to start investing in cleave a little bit, because that is going to be the real heavy hitter for these enemies that have higher health pools. Just like Vampire Survivors and Brotato, it's not the trash mobs you need to worry about. They're more of an inconvenience than anything. It's the big boys. The big boys are the ones that put in the work. Oh, and so you can't really see it too well here. There you go. Bosses actually drop chests that drop meta currency and health and gold and all that stuff. Oh, there is a very rapid moving boss at this point. But we took care of him in short order. And there's another boss chest. Something I would really like to see is a kind of an increase in the quality of the animations. Pretty much everything just kind of turns and sort of pulses regardless of what they're doing. I get that that's maybe not the style they're going for, but that's one of my, I guess my visual concerns with this game is that the models, while they look beautiful, are pretty much static. Again, not the end of the world. Still looks far prettier than something like Vampire Survivors. We're gonna go with 16 more damage on spears. I want that heart, but it would be a nice little, I feel, boost to the graphical fidelity of the game. I'm assuming it's not going to be their top priority, because, again, they have been really just pumping out updates for this game left and right, which I'm a huge fan of. I always hate buying something that has a ton of potential and just seeing it become abandoned. But that does not look to be the case whatsoever with this game. These big-ass discount beholders are coming for us. Man, D&D. I haven't played D&D in forever. I had a little campaign going there forever. Not forever, for a while ago. But unfortunately, like most D&D campaigns, it just kind of fell apart. You know, scheduling conflicts and whatnot. But really do love D&D. I don't know if I got any Utopians that are also D&D players. Please let me know if you are. You know, maybe once this channel gains a little more traction or something, I'd love to maybe do like a subscriber D&D game or something. Make a video out of that. Do a one-shot or something. I am, for my group, the forever DM. I am the one that's most familiar and comfortable with the rule set, and I really do enjoy DMing. It scratches that itch to create that I have. Is my game crashing? Nope. But I'm not opposed to being a player at this point. Quite frankly, I just miss playing D&D, and it has been quite a while since I have been able to be a player. Something player rap music. And I was just having a conversation with one of my buddies the other day of, like, you know, parallels between D&D and real life, and I think a lot of people have had this conversation of, you know, what class am I? And, you know, we determined that I am a chaotic good bard that really wishes he was chaotic neutral sometimes. That is, I mean, the best, quite frankly, the best description of me as a person that I've heard in quite a while. I am about as chaotic as they come. I got a heart of gold, but if you couldn't tell from the constant singing and the fact that I'm talking about being an extroverted introvert fairly often, I am a bard through and through. All right, I'm not really talking too much about the game here, but we got another boss coming up. Oh, that is a helmeted chicken, which is, you know, terrifying. Who armors their giant chickens? I'm not sure, but I guess I'm not too familiar with the farming practices of the medieval times. Maybe that was a thing. Another boss chest there. We are back up almost to full health, one shy of full health. Running through enemies here, grabbing a ton of XP, and we are gonna take another damage upgrade on orbital fire, because some of these trash mobs are going to start getting a little bit tankier, and I want to make sure that we can take care of them as easily as possible to focus our heavy hitting abilities on the bigger guys like these horny boys and the fake beholders. You know what? Let's go with an additional 30% orbit radius. Oh god. Let my people go. Still one-tapping most of the trash mobs with the fire, so that's working as intended. And trying to find a pet so I can showcase that, but no dice thus far. There are also shops that spawn in the level, and that's somewhere you can spend your gold, and haven't found any of those yet either, so just not having any luck with showcasing that sort of stuff. And again, as you can see, those slashes are just doing a ton of damage. We've stacked it up to, I believe, 9 slashes in a row. So certainly quite helpful there. This looks like a tanky boy. Yeah, he is hitting us with a boulder, but he has been taken care of. It was worth a little bit of hit and health to eliminate him. I mean, I probably could have done it without getting my face slapped, but, you know, what are you going to do? You can't change the past. Unless you're Elon Musk with his time machine. Boom. That is another tanky enemy taken care of. Slash putting in work. What in the hell? Oh! They added, I guess, an icon for shops that spawn, so that's cool. How much gold do we have? I'm going to try and gather a little bit more gold here. From what I've seen in the shops, you can't buy anything too run-defining, but you can buy, like, health and chunks of meta currency and whatnot. Or actually, we haven't shown too much love to the spears yet, so we're going to do that. Alright, let's hop in here. So this is going to be one of the pets. 3 of these are actually. Magnet range increased by 25%. I love this guy. And look how fucking cute he is. And then base damage increased by 5. So we're actually going to buy both of these. And we might as well get him. I actually see a pet crate off to our left as well. You can see that over there. So we're going to buy him. Purchase. And then these are going to be from the meta progression currencies. But unfortunately, don't have enough money for them. So here we go. We're going to see which pet we get. We already got my favorite. Look at the little slime following me around, just being a happy boy. Grabbing more money for us. I love it. Ooh. That was a rough one. I did not love that. We're going to go with some more damage on our slash. And we're going to go with more orbital speed on the fire and increase the damage on slash again. We are getting a metric shit ton of crystals. XP. Hero move speed by 10%. All three of these are pretty good. But I really want to take Slather to get another 10% base damage. So now we are hitting for a ton of damage with our heavier hitting abilities. We got another shop up here. And that sound that sounds like a truck is actually going to be a boss spawning. So we'll see where he pops in from. And as you can see, that increased magnet range putting in work for us. Now I wonder, so this guy does attract the boss as well. That is very interesting. That pairs very nicely with our high damage abilities. Allows the aggro to be taken off of us. And us to put a bunch of damage on the boss while everything around us is distracted. Very solid build so far. Oh, I see a lot of spear things coming out of the ground. And these are the trash mobs that I was talking about when they start to get a little tankier. These plant bush boys can definitely take a little bit more of a pounding than the oozes. But still feeling very comfortable with where we're at the moment. Damage output is doing just fine. Screen is filled with enemies, but none of them are really getting too terribly close to us. We're going to bring the damage up by 7 again. We are hitting for 72 with our slash attack now. And as you can see, it is just cutting a path through pretty much everything we come into contact with. We're going to take the attack size up just to help clear out the mobs a little more. Now the one thing about this cleave attack is it's only horizontal. We're actually going to take another slash. So you can't aim it upwards as far as I can tell unless I'm being dense, which is always a possibility, but I have yet to figure it out. I'm sure that's intentional. If you were able to, you know, aim it in all 4 cardinal directions, that might become just a little bit broken. You could probably just stand still and use just that throughout a run. You know what? Because we're using it to such high effect right now, we are just going to keep investing into the scythe. And with all that area, you can see just carving a path through everything. Even the larger mobs are going down in one hit. Certainly a good feeling. Look at that little slime. That brings me so much joy to just see his smiling little oozy face walking around us, picking up crystals and just generally being a heckin' good boy. We're going to increase the damage of the mines by 10. Probably should have taken area now that I think about it, but c'est la vie. Which I think is French for I would like some snail eggs, please. Listen, I struggle enough with English, so y'all can't expect me to be bilingual if I can barely handle unilingual. Alright, we got a Chef Knight boss over here. And we're going to increase our size by 20 on that. And boom, that's another boss dealt with. Feeling very comfortable about the where we're at with our build here. You can see at the bottom of the screen there's sort of a timer of the run. I don't know if there's like a true endless mode that's been introduced in this yet. AoE by 20, perfect. But you can see right here, if you can see my cursor, is where we are in the run. So we're going to be hitting that as another boss, maybe the final boss, I'm not sure. And this is the end of the run over here. We're going to buff up our spear number because I don't think we need to show too much more love to the fireball that's spinning around us at Mach 5. Because it is spinning around us at Mach 5. And making my way downtown. I sing that a lot. I gotta find some new songs to serenade y'all with. So yeah, let me know in the comments if any of y'all play D&D. I always love talking D&D shop with people. It is Well, you know, I mean, D&D is the progenitor of pretty much everything that I enjoy in video games. Stat trees and level ups and all that good stuff. And it, you know, I live relatively close to Lake Geneva where D&D was born. So, I actually met a lady down there. She was the next door neighbor of one of my customers. And she's actually the we got to talking because my customer actually wasn't home, and she came over and was inquiring about the services, and she ended up not buying anything, but that's irrelevant. But she is the author of the Dragonlance series, which is really, really cool, and I got to talk shop with this lady for probably a half hour, 45 minutes after I was done with doing the job I was at. So it was just, I don't know, it was a really, really neat experience, and got to fangirl out there a little bit. But, you know, Dragonlance definitely an awesome setting in D&D. I, for one, love Spelljammer. You know, the kind of arcane spacefaring is really, really cool thematically in my book. Plus, I mean, they have, like, Eldritch Hippos as a playable race. I have not checked out the 5th edition of Spelljammer yet. I've heard mixed reviews, but like pretty much anything in the nerd community, that we're very negative people, I've found. Oh god, I gotta alright, I might have to start paying attention here. We're getting rolled up on a little bit. Okay, so that's clearing us out a little bit. These knight guys are tanky, to say the least. Alright, and then we're gonna increase our damage by... Yeah, I don't know if we really needed that. We probably needed more of them or larger ones, but... Alright, I'm feeling a little like we got a little more breathing room now, which is good. I should probably start investing in that magic mine as well. No, we're just gonna increase the number of spears. And there, that orange ring is our pet that's distracting enemies. That is an absolute godsend. Really hoping he procs during the main boss fight that we're coming up on here. Yeah, we'll go with another spear. Why not? Would love to get some more. Oh, well, everything died, so that is going to be the final boss, and it is this bad Mamma Jamma right here. Oh. Alright. Well, he can walk outside the spears, but apparently I cannot. And as much as I love our little distraction jellyfish there, he seems to have not distracted the boss too well. Is there a health bar? Oh, there's a health bar for the boss in the bottom right there. So we have him almost dead. Feeling good about this. There we go, Beans. That is a victory. So there you have it, Toe Beans. That is Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde. Really, like I said, enjoying this game. Been playing it on and off since it first released, and it is in a place that I feel is really, really good right now. So thank you so much for tuning in today and watching this video. I really appreciate y'all making your way to my channel and liking and commenting and subscribing and showing all the Toe Bean love that you guys can. So I will see y'all on the next one. You Toe Beans have a beautiful, beautiful night. I love you. Mwah. Remember, Toe Beans, like, comment, subscribe, or else I'll cry myself to sleep tonight.